served on the town board in the town of Queensbury, representing the very district that he was born and raised, and that he has raised his family in, and they're raising their family in. So Bill, thank you very much for all your service.
Next, our next family court judge here in Warren County, Paulette Carissa.
Hi everyone. I was honored when Billy asked me if I would come and speak today, and as you may know, judicial candidates cannot endorse other political candidates. So I put my lawyer hat on and I thought, well, there's not really any prohibition from me coming in and introducing a dedicated father, a dedicated grandfather, a dedicated husband, a friend, a civil servant, public servant. And I know that Kate has just alluded to some of the things, and there's many other things that Billy has done to serve our community. And I won't bore you with all the other things that he's done. But I did want to talk a little bit about public service, because that's in the news quite a bit on a local level, on a state level, and on a national level. And before I started to run, and I'm certain Billy will join me in this, you really examine your conscience and you think, what can you do? Can you make a meaningful contribution? And I believe that when you are a public servant, it is your responsibility. It is not really just a job. And I think you have to serve with integrity, you have to serve selflessly, and you have to serve with excellence. And these are all three qualities that I think Billy has. When you serve with integrity, you make the decisions that you would make as if no one else is around, all the time, consistently. When you serve with excellence, you are also looking for ways to constantly improve. And lastly, when you're selfless, you think about others before you think about your own interests. So I would like to, with that, say thank you for asking me to come today, and I'm going to introduce my friend, William VanNess.
Three tough acts to follow right there, I'll tell you what. But I want to thank all of you, and I want to thank everybody here that's come out today to support me. I received several emails, several letters from people that couldn't make it today. They had prior commitments, and that's fully understandable. I do want to mention that while we're here, I have our sheriff sitting in the background there, our current sheriff, and our new-to-be sheriff, again, Bud York, sitting back there. Rachel Seaver, County Supervisor of Law, Ron Montesi, this year. Last but not least, with no competition, our Highway Superintendent, Tom VanNess. I'm glad everybody could come out. I want to thank my sister, Gail, and my daughter, and my family, especially, for putting this all together for us. But we've got a lot of unfinished work in the town of Queensbury, and I hope that some of you had the opportunity to watch TVA. I never realized how much people actually watch that show and see what we do on there. Sitting at the county level, I enjoy that seat, but as you all know, the bigger government gets, and Betty, I'm sure, will agree with me on it, the more red tape you see as the government gets bigger. I have found down here at the town, I feel better. I can see my production more at the town level. We have a great group working together right now. Although it's 4 Republicans and a Democrat, that's fine. But you know what? We all work together and we're doing the job that needs to be done. As you can see with the Main Street corridor, what's happening out there, the new designation of, very shortly, of the new industrial zone in Exit 18, which is going to include, I can't disclose the name now, but it's going to include anywhere from a 6 to a 7-story hotel. And we're hoping with a conference center on the 2nd floor to draw a little business. We've got another hotel on Corinth Road that they're looking at. We've got more development coming over in Cary, the I-8 Park, as soon as we can get the sewer up here. We've been working with the city. Ron Montesi, I know, as deputy supervisor with the town of Queensbury, has been negotiating with Mr. Diamond, Jack Diamond, the mayor, to try and get this sewer thing done so we can get moving on this. My ultimate goal, once I'm reelected, my ultimate goal is to go after a Cabela's or a Bass Pro or something along that level for Cary IDA Park. If we can take a store like that and we can convince them that they are in the foot of the Adirondacks, you are the exit before you do all the camping, the boating, the fishing, the hunting, anything you want from a Cabela's or a Bass Pro, if we can convince them this is the place to be, get on exit 18. Now you become a destination. Exit 18 becomes a destination. We draw more people, we draw jobs, we get the tourism coming through here, and we've got to say it. We are a sales tax driven community. We need the sales tax. We need organizations like this that are going to bring the sales tax into us to keep us being as vibrant as we are. You're going to see our town budget come out here very shortly. This town budget is a fantastic budget, thanks to the economy right now with the sales tax. It's helped us with the budget that we've got. We stayed well under our cap, which means that it's going to be tax relief to the people and the residents of the town of Queensbury because we stayed under our cap. So we're working hard. It's tough to do in 2 years. It took to get our feet wet for the first year and a half to catch up on anything. Even though I was at the county level, working in the government up there, when you come down to this town level, two totally different scenarios. Nothing in the same. You're a totally different person down here than we were up there. So we've still got a lot of work to do. In 2 years, you can't do everything. I think we've done a lot in 2. We rezoned the Main Street corridor so we can have our single-story restaurants or taverns or stores over there. The rezoning that we had to do included from Corinth Road to Luzerne Road because people that live in those residences, unbeknownst to the town board, and I don't blame the previous town board, but unbeknownst to them, when they rezoned that, they told those people that lived on Newcomb Street, Richardson Street, Sherman Avenue, all those roads, they couldn't reconstruct their home. If they wanted to put an addition on their home, they had to move to the second story. They couldn't live on the first story because there was no residents allowed on the first story. Like I said, I don't blame the previous town board. I'm sure it was a missed site. They didn't see this. We fixed it. It's done. If somebody wants to fix their home up, somebody wants to improve their home, they have the right to do it now. The zoning has changed to allow them to do it. So it took a lot of work, but it took time to do. And there's still a lot more. I'm looking forward to doing it. I enjoy doing it. I have the energy to do it. I am retired from the Sheriff's Department, and I want to do it. So I thank all of you for coming out here and supporting me today. We're going to put up a great fight in this. I think we're looking good. I know I gained the confidence last 2 years ago when I ran. I had the Republican line. This year I now have the Republican, the Conservative, the Independent, and the Reform Party lines. So I have 4 lines coming in. And hopefully that's going to put us over the top and we're going to do well. But we're going to keep working and keep plugging at it. And again, I thank everybody for coming out. I thank Full Moon, Tad, and Michelle. Thanks, guys, for the food. All the baskets, don't forget, there's a big basket raffle over there. The tickets are up here. There's also a silent auction on a 3-hour limo ride from Billy Dool from Ice House Limo. So we're going to be here for a little bit while longer. Feel free to come over and join in. And again, I just want to thank everyone, and I appreciate what you've done, and I'm glad you came out. Sheriff, do you want to say a few words? Are you on? Absolutely. Love to have you. Sheriff, look.
Thank you. I'm here to support Billy. I'm not here. I know if I was a politician, I'd be saying on the campaign, I'm not very good at political stuff. I'm a cop, but I'm here for Billy. And Billy and I go back probably 30 years when I was a young trooper and he was a young sheriff's officer. And then he was an investigator. I was an investigator with the state police. And then he became our county board member. And he was, when I was elected sheriff in 2008, he was the chair of my committee. And one thing about Billy is we always got along.